Delvin, Pikmin, Floricolossi, the Erd Tree, Firewood, Man-Thing. Let's talk about the Conrasu. The Conrasu are unique in that they are aeons, a strange type of constructs, and plants. And for most of you, that means absolutely nothing, and you probably think I made a lot of those words up. Probably not plants. You know plants. It's the things you take off your hamburger. Bad eating habits aside, Conrasu are unique because they don't have physical bodies, for the most part. They really are just astral space dust trapped in a cosmic jelly. They may or may not be keeping a houseplant alive. Okay, hear me out. Conrasu are aeon subtypes. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, that's better. They are shards of cosmic force given consciousness who construct intricate exoskeletons to interface with the mortal world. Hold on. Path of the Righteous says that aeons are the embodiments of law and order and possess the power to correct abnormalities in the fabric of time and reality itself. Nothing can escape the aeon's scrutinizing gaze and imperial judgment. Few books then go on to describe them as lawful neutral arbiters and monitors of the infinite, which I think means that they exist kind of in and outside of all planes and space-time. So they're basically outsiders, but like on a cosmic scale. Well, that makes my brain hurt. Probably not good for my health. Long story short, they only really exist on the material plane to enact some sort of cosmic justice or balancing thing, and as such, their physical body is just a bunch of floating points of light in a fishbowl, which is kind of awesome. And if they want to interact with anything on the material plane, they have to do it by growing their own body. So they're technically constructs made out of living wood, which is the plant part, and the combination of this leads to all kinds of weird features. From multiple limbs, obscure body type, self and party healing from sun absorption. These are some of the weirdest PC characters I've seen in a while. I mean, except for the Goloma, but we don't talk about the Goloma. Seriously, look at these body types. This is the official artwork for the Conrasu. What am I even looking at? Whatever it is, it's fucking awesome. What? I'm allowed to like things. Sometimes. The Conrasu aren't just skilled at growing their own avant-garde exoskeletons, they can also grow avant-garde body armor and unique plant-based weapon alternatives, like the curved Buagong and Taw Shooter. I did not make these up. I'm not sure if that's a reference to tanning or shooting marbles, but the more I learn about these bad boys, the less I'm sure I know what the hell's going on. If you do end up taking the ancestry feats to craft these weird self-made ballistas, Conrasu weapon familiarity, I do honestly think that you should play it that way. You don't need to pay or buy them. You essentially just need the time to grow them or repair them yourself whenever they get lost or damaged. This goes for most things Conrasu, all the way down to their arms. As the Conrasu ages, the supple green wood of their body hardens, causing their limbs to lose mobility. Conrasu must constantly grow new arms and roots as their living exoskeleton, leaving their frozen limbs as immortal effigies along with their shell. I think this is my new favorite race. Ancestry? I guess it would be ancestry. They're technically humanoid-ish, kind of barely. Maybe ancestry works better than race. Either way, they get old, they get crunchy. And this is a great way to sell that your character has no connection to this plane of existence. Not only do they experience the passage of time differently than most other characters, they also have no functional need for ownership, food, or possessions. How does money work? What is a mouth and why do you put dead things in it? Is everybody this flammable? Oh, nice. Did you grow that sword? Attack ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion. Wait. No, that scene's still applicable. You can really build Conrasu just very self-sufficient, which I think can be a lot of fun. Essentially, need a weapon, grow a weapon. Seems pretty legit to me. As for stats, you get bonuses to Constitution and Wisdom with flaws in Charisma. You're not winning Best in Show for any rose growing competitions. If you want to do that, you're probably better off playing the Garan. They taste better anyways. But you do also gain access to the plant trait, which is mechanically doesn't do a lot. You could talk to your DM about grabbing some spells off the plant spell list, or since you are both plant and a construct, resistances to mind-altering effects and bleeding. There's a lot to unpack there, and you're going to have to sit down with your DM and buy them a beer, Dr. Pepper, and really hash out the logistics of that. It's worth it, I promise, but it's going to be a process. A great example of this is breathing. You're telling me a tree can't hold its breath longer than a person? I mean, in Pathfinder, you can hold your breath for 6 times your Constitution score minutes, which I would say is pretty weird. It feels a little bit like everyone's a tree or no one's a tree. That's highly suspect. But then again, I have a lot of dead plants, so maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm still going to blame the cats. Or rugby. Someone's been peeing on my cactuses. Cacti? Cactus. Cactus? It's cactus. I'm watching you! That being said, they can't be healed by magic, and if the tree dies, your essence is essentially lost back to the universe, or wherever it is cosmic ficuses go when they die. The book says you can be brought back with restorative magic, just like anyone else, but that feels kind of like a cop-out, or an excuse to have Baby Groot come back into the campaign. It wouldn't be the first time. The Conrasu make great champions and druids, and they can be amazing tanks and wonderful support characters, all while bringing that much-needed fish-out-of-water energy to the normal edgelordy party. Oh, Baby Groot makes way more sense now. Touche. So if you've ever wanted to play a cosmic were-touched willow tree or an untamed hydrangea, champion of the Widowmaker, now's your chance. A huge thank you to all the Patreon members that help support this channel and make these videos possible. If you have a cool story you'd like to share, you can share it down in the comments below, or you can leave it on the Discord or share your artwork with us, whatever you got going on. If you've ever played a Conrasu or run a campaign with a Conrasu, let me know. I'd love to hear it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Remember to keep your dice on the table. Do you think that the Conrasu are buoyant? Like, would you ever need to ride in a boat again? Does a surfboard count as a Conrasu weapon? Does a Conrasu count as a surfboard? More testing is needed. Rugby, get the sunscreen. No, the pina colada one. Yeah. All right, let's go.